Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm SkyMaro.
I'm Mathnerd83.
And I'm Akira Yawada.
And we're going to do a group let's play, or a let's read, if you will, of Four Leaf Studios' Katawa Shoujo.
This is a very prestigious game.
One I have never played before.
Mathnerd here is the, we'll call him Nerdy. I'm talking in a British accent for some reason.
He's not really British, don't let him fool you.
He's the only one here that hasn't played the game. Akira over there has completed most of the game, and I've completed all of the game.
You crazy son of a gun.
I don't have a lot to do sometimes, you know. But, we're just I'm going to play all the females because I have the highest vocal range, and I have gone through the least puberty of all these people at 19 years old.
Waka waka.
Waka waka.
Since Nerdy here has not, played any of the game himself, he will be, playing Hisao Nakai, the main character, as you know. Or if you don't, what's wrong with you? And Akira over there will play everybody else.
There's everyone else, guys!
Alright then. Let's get this started.
Let's start then.
No, you hit the quit button.
No, don't hit the
Oh, you might want to unmute it.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Sound.
It was muted. Our apologies. Our apologies.
Here we go,
Let's start.
Here we go.
You hear the beautiful soundtrack.
We're going full screen.
No, full screen. Just keep it there.
It's snowy, guys!
A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes.
Oh man, we're already getting a nudity.
This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees
Deciduous.
provide a beautiful green canopy far out of sight of teachers and fellow students.
I don't see a school.
No, I don't know.
But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling.
I think that's kindling, whatever. You just press the space bar to click.
I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 o'clock p.m.
PM. It's not AM, you know. Just making sure.
PM stands for period menstruation.
That's not what that's... Continue.
Ah yes, the note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way it shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world.
The whole game's like this, just to let you know.
Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl.
What's with the descriptive language?
He sounds secretly Shakespeare, you know?
The rustling of a dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind.
Hisao, you came.
Ah!
Yeah, ejaculation.
That's what's falling from the sky, guys.
Ejaculation jokes. Oh, how long? 2 minutes?
A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat.
I didn't know one could own a voice.
It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race.
It's racing. It's in the Olympics. Topical humor.
And that's the only time you get to see his face.
No, it's not.
Oh.
That's Iwanako.
Iwanako!
Hold on.
I gotta know.
Iwanako. Yeah, that's Iwanako.
Iwakanetakamado.
Iwanako! I got a note telling me to wait here. Was it yours? It was yours?
Well, duh, she's there, and she's there.
It's anime! Damn it. I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic.
Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. Do you have a boner yet?
I do. I'm ready to fap.
Hey guys, I'm playing that tree.
A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Not even his penis.
Nope, not. He's completely flaccid right now.
Oh no, the apocalypse!
My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girlfriend. I thought this guy was on his period.
Oh no.
It's anime again.
The whole game's anime.
So, here we are, out in the cold.
Who's this anime? She sounds like a nice lady.
Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears.
Cacophonous.
Cacophonous.
I didn't even know that's my guess.
Cacophonous.
Oh, he's got it. He's got ding ding bingo. You win the prize. I'm
Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of the wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine. She lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder.
No, that was just me. It wasn't the game.
My throat is tight, like my vagina. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried.
Vagina joke somewhere there. You see, I wanted to know. Wait, she's British now. I wanted to know if you'd go out with me.
I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point.
Hiso?
I reach up to try to massage my throat, but that only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms.
Hiso?
My whole body freezes save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror.
Hiso! Dun, 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 dun.
The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. So I'm getting on my knees then.
Oh yeah, getting on your knees.
The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky.
It's starting to turn into paint black paint.
I see a red door and I want it painted black.
All these fade to Iwanako running towards me. All these fade to black.
The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above.
Look, guys, incest.
Incessant, not incestuous. Oh, we get an anime cutscene. It's not anime, but it's out. It's animated. Look how smooth that is. It's all like
It's like the opening to Top Gun.
or House or Top Gun.
Or
I finally made it through med school. Somehow I made it through.
Let's stop that right now.
Before he sues us for copyright, right?
Oh yeah.
because we're not going to get sued for copyright for playing this game and putting it on the internet.
Well, they said they were all right with it.
Oh.
Four Leaf Studio. They said themselves. They released a statement. I don't know if it was a statement. They were just like, yeah, we don't care if people read it and put it on YouTube.
This is so slow. Can I fast forward?
No! We're looking at the great visuals.
Oh.
We got the mic sensitivity so loud and probably breaking people's ears as we speak.
They can turn it down.
They can.
Rest in peace, headphone users.
Oh, yeah.
What is this, trauma center?
It is. It's a hospital, and trauma center takes place in a hospital.
Oh my god, it's a cock!
You forgot the L there, son, but it's okay. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes.
I don't make any mistakes. I'm perfect.
You're flawless,
like Hannah
bitch.
Montana.
Desu desu, bitches.
Des. It's been 4 months since my heart attack.
You can press the button.
You had a fart attack?
The whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand.
So, like, less than 5, probably.
4 months is a pretty long time when you've left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word. A foreign, alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal.
Just like a Mexican.
Beating way too fast. Continue.
Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. I really didn't do anything to cheer me up.
Beautiful.
My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. So he was like little Nicky and "Eat his heart!"
What?
Of course, there isn't a cure.
I don't think I get that reference.
Little Nicky Adam Sandler.
Oh.
Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. But you were already in the hospital. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because they were sending me their sympathy that I had been turned into a class project.
Oh, it's like, hey, we miss you. Wait, no, we don't. We had to do it to get a good grade.
Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanaka was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable.
That or they're the Slender Man.
For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but he told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries had worked. So I idly observed the scar that the surgeries had left on my chest, slowly changed its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. Is this an RPG?
No, it's just this is the game.
I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough that now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answers shows that there is at least some hope. At some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Kind of like Sky here with drinking soda.
Yeah, I just stopped. Just stop.
Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading again. There was a small library at the end of the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more.
You eat the books?
Paper doesn't taste good.
I used to eat that back in, like, first grade.
Me too.
I still eat paper.
Oh.
I found that I liked reading, and I think it became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands.
God, so much nudity.
But I loved the stories.
Oh.
That was what my life was like.
I don't love the books. I love what I do with the books.
Days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like the time blurred into some kind of a gooey mass I was trapped inside instead of moving within. So he's a sperm.
Like, graphic user interface?
UI?
I'm not gonna make that gooey.
GUI? Ah!
Go ahead, nerdy.
A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd just pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all of the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside just to lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry.
I think that was.
But that only happened rarely. And I couldn't even cry.
I couldn't even cry.
Today the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be kind of a special occasion? It's not a party. There is this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment.
Oh, hello here, Sal. How are you today?
I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him.
I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription.
Is the doctor Pappy Druid or something?
The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly.
It's funny because Pappy Druid doesn't sound anything like that.
So many.
I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this?
Sounds like his dad's the narrator for Dragon Ball Z.
The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder. Oh, it's from. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions, and dosages are all listed line after line with the cold precision. I tried to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day?
I'm afraid that the best at this point.
Expert reading. Just fantastic.
However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years.
Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all.
Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be the best if you don't return to your old school.
What?
Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say.
Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored.
Oh, those dicks.
We all understand that your education is paramount, like the movie theater. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision.
What are teachers for?
At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students.
Disabled? What? Am I?
Say it correctly, man.
Disabled, what am I?
It has 24-hour nursing staff and it's only a few minutes from the highly regarded general hospital. The majority of the students live on the campus.
This is gonna get really awkward when they get in those big emotional moments in the story. Alright, let's take a minute and compose ourselves.
Think of it as a skateboarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence like America while keeping help nearby.
People are gonna hate us so much. Dude, it's such a good story. Why are you making so much fun of it?
Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff and you wouldn't make a hospital being a nearby selling point.
Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We're not smart enough.
Is he dying?
We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it.
It looks like I really don't have a choice.
Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education.
This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity.
Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one...
A special school? That's an insult. That is what I want to say. It's a step down.
It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but it's just a little help one way or another.
I forgot the difference between dad and doctor voice.
Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate.
Of a completely unrelated school, but I just wanted to tell you that.
I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny, I'd always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest, but I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is, I know it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something, even if it is a special school. It's something. It's a fresh start. And my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'd try to see what my new life will look like.
Fade to white. It's time to fade to white.
Time to diddle.
Next episode of Katawa Shoujo, we start on Act 1.
That wasn't Act 1.
That was the prologue.
That was crazy long.
See y'all next time.
I love you.
I love you more.